Hello, sweet friends. Welcome to a really simple make-ahead breakfast recipe video. I, for the week, wanted to sit down and just create a bunch of breakfasts that we could take and go with us to work, and I thought this would be a great opportunity to share it with you. Do me a huge favor. It helps me out so much. Give this video a huge thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed, please do so right now, and let's jump into today's recipes. This first recipe was such a hit. We had this as a brunch item, but you can have this as a make-ahead, and if you are gluten-free or you choose to eat gluten-free like I do, you can make it with corn tortillas or gluten-free tortilla, completely up to you. I went ahead and added just a little bit of frozen peppers. You could definitely add some onions to this as well. It would be super good, but I am here for simplicity. The least amount of ingredients, the best flavor, that's where I feel like I shine. So I went ahead and just added my tofu to my veggies. I didn't even add any oil or water because there is water in the frozen veggies. If you use fresh, you could water saute them or use olive oil, completely up to you. And then I kept my seasonings really basic. I added some salt, garlic, and a little bit of turmeric because I feel like it adds a really good flavor whenever you are making a tofu scramble. And then I just mixed it up, let it cook for about 5 minutes on medium heat, and then scooped them into some tortillas, baked them with some enchilada sauce and salsa on the top, and it was really good. Now, these are something that I actually made for my husband for breakfast. As I previously mentioned, I made them for brunch the same day with corn tortillas, and we love them so much that I thought, you know what, I'm going to add these into this recipe video that I'm making since it's so simple. These tortillas I purchased at the store because, one, they were on sale. 2, I got a really good Fetch Rewards like bonus back on them. 3, they have hidden spinach in them, and I'm doing my very best to put veggies in every single meal for both me and my husband. And any way I can hide them for him, I feel like it's perfect. So I don't know if they're like healthier than a flour tortilla or a corn tortilla. I just know they had some spinach in them, and that made me feel better about it. I put 6 of these in a 9x13 baking dish. I did spray a little bit of olive oil on the bottom because I cannot stand when things stick and take forever to scrub out. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. You could also add more to this if you wanted to, more tortillas, but I felt like 6 was good and that would last him at least 2 breakfasts. Unless he was really hungry, he could eat it all. I'm not here to tell you portion sizes. You eat when you're hungry and stop when you're full. That's the best way to just kind of listen to your own hunger cues. But I went ahead and put some Trader Joe's enchilada sauce on this. I did about a 1/3 cup, and I tried to measure it because there wasn't much left in this bottle, so that way I could kind of give you an accurate measurement. But you could use an entire can or jar of enchilada sauce. And then I also added some salsa, about a 1/2 cup. This salsa was almost gone, and I really wanted to use it up, and I thought the perfect way to do so was to top it on these enchiladas. I went ahead and just kind of smashed it around with a spoon. That way everybody had their own little sauce and everybody was covered perfectly. Put it in the oven at 400 degrees for about 15 minutes. You can leave it in there longer if you want it to be crunchier. And that was it. And I packed these in some little Tupperware containers, put them in the fridge once they were cooled, and they were the best make-ahead enchiladas that I've ever made. If you wanted to amp this up a little bit, you could add some breakfast potatoes into the inside, some sweet potatoes, some black beans. You could make it more of like a Southwest burrito and do onions, black beans, tomatoes, peppers. That would be really, really good. The sauce on the top was perfect. Since I had these with corn tortillas as well, I feel like they just are so versatile and you can do so many things with them. And also, I'm going to plate everything today just to kind of share with you a more beautiful aesthetic. Just kidding. It's just going to be more real life, but I thought it would be fun to just kind of plate it and share with you what 2 would look like, what a serving would be if I was having this. These are really filling, so delicious. They warm up really well too. I feel like I'm going to get some questions about that. My husband said that he just ate them cold at work, but if you're going to warm them up, you could warm them up in the microwave, in a skillet, or even in your air fryer. Everything's really dependent on how you eat your lunch, or your breakfast, I should say, and what is available to you at your workplace. But this looks so delicious. Let me know in the comments below which meal you're going to make first from today's recipe video. I hope this one gets on your list for breakfast make-ahead meals next week. Now, to tell you the truth, I was going ahead and make my own mock Larabars this week, but they were cheaper to buy than to buy all the ingredients and then break down the cost of them. So here's a really simple meal idea. If you really want something to take and go that's really inexpensive, a pack of 8 Larabars is usually between $8 and $10 depending on if they're on sale or not. They're super nutrient dense. They have a lot of really good flavors, and you put it with a banana, and it's such an inexpensive breakfast. For about $2.50, you have a really great breakfast you can take on the go, and you didn't have to put any thought or effort into it. You didn't have to make any dishes. You can just have something really sweet and snacky and fulfilling. So this next meal is a breakfast bake. It's supposed to be a blueberry lemon one, and when I went to the store, I didn't grab a lemon, so I will add some notes into the recipe that I put down below. I like to always start with a really simple base for my oat bakes, and every single time I make one, I feel like I change it up a little bit, but this is the one that is tried and true to me that I've been making for about 3.5 years. To a large bowl, you add 2 bananas and 2 cups of oats and 1 cup of milk. That is the base. You don't have to add anything else. Now, I do get a question almost every single time I share something with bananas. There are a lot of people that are allergic to bananas out there. Now, you don't have to use bananas. I use them because they're high in potassium. I like them after a run. I think they're really fulfilling for breakfast. They're really inexpensive and they're easy. But if you can't eat bananas, you could do sweet potatoes, you could do squash, zucchini, applesauce, pumpkin, anything that has the same texture, and you would use 1 cup in equivalent. So instead of 2 bananas mashed, you use 1 cup of applesauce, 1 cup of sweet potato, 1 cup of pumpkin. You see where I'm going. But that is the base. 2 bananas, 2 cups of oats, 1 cup of milk, or substitute for 1 cup of a different item besides the bananas. Then you go ahead and mix it up, and you can see here, I'm just sharing with you that kind of the consistency of it. Now, if you want to make this even more nutrient dense, you can add some chia seeds, ground flax. It also changes the texture a little bit, adds a little bit of healthy fat. It's really delicious, but since I have another breakfast with chia seeds, I didn't want to kind of make them both the same. And with this base, I feel like you can do so many different things. If you wanted to add pecans and a little bit of brown sugar, or frozen cherries, fresh cherries, peaches, raspberries. This is supposed to be blueberry lemon, and I did not grab a lemon at the store, completely forgot about it, but a juice of 1 lemon makes this recipe so spring and summery. It's really, really good. Add a little zest of the lemon. Awesome. You can also add cinnamon, brown sugar. You can sweeten it up any way you'd like, but you can do so many things with this. We've also made this before with chocolate chips. I mean, chocolate for breakfast, I'm here for that. Go ahead and put it in a baking dish. I did an 8x8 baking dish, 400 degrees for 15 minutes. It comes out perfect every time. This is about 4 servings for me. If my husband's going to have some, it's about 2 servings. But this week I did make a lot of breakfasts ahead, and you saw the Larabars and the bananas. We had a lot of different items. I'm also going to share with you what we're kind of doing for lunch this week because I get a lot of questions on that. But go ahead and pop this in your oven, 400 degrees, 15-20 minutes, or until it's baked to your liking. If you want it more soft or more crunchy, completely up to you. But the blueberries, when this is hot, is so good. And it warms up really, really well. I just go ahead and cut it into 4 pieces, and then I put it in some Tupperware, put it in the fridge until when it's all cooled down. And then when I'm ready to take it with me this week, I just pop it in the microwave or eat it cold because I love cold oatmeal. You definitely need to give this one a try too. Basically, you need to try all the recipes that are in today's video. Now, anytime I share anything that is more meal specific, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, in my comment section or over on Instagram, I get questions about the opposite. If I share a lunch video, I get questions on what we're having for dinner or breakfast that week, etc., etc. And I thought I would share with you just kind of what we're having for lunch this week too. Just a quick idea. Thanks to Green Chef for sponsoring today's video. I am super excited to share with you that Green Chef is celebrating Earth Month, and they are partnering with One Tree Planted to forest northern Thailand and combat food insecurities in vulnerable communities. For a limited time, Green Chef will plant 1 tree with every box sold. If you are new to my channel and haven't heard me speak about Green Chef before, my husband and I love Green Chef. We've been using them for almost 2 years. And truly, my husband is the biggest Green Chef lover ever. This was actually a lunch I was making for him. They have food options for every lifestyle. If you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, fast and fit, Mediterranean, or gluten-free. They are a CCOF certified organic company. And like I said, they have so many options. With Green Chef, you can have choices for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, anything to fit your lifestyle, and they will customize your weekly order to satisfy everyone's craving within your household. You can mix and match meals from different dietary preferences. With Green Chef, you can always expect elevated meals of consistent top-notch quality featuring premium ingredients and sustainably sourced produce. Like I said, my husband's the biggest fan of Green Chef, and a lot of times when I order with him in mind. And this meal specifically was one of the lunches that we were having this week. It's one of the non-gluten-free options. He doesn't eat gluten-free, but he will since I do. But it's really nice that we have options so that way he doesn't have to always eat what I eat. And these sandwiches, he was in love with. They are so different than anything I would ever make, but that's one of the nice things about Green Chef for us is it keeps my kitchen lively. I share all the time that my husband likes to cook Green Chef meals with me. On this day, since I was going ahead and making our breakfasts, I had to make lunch anyways, and I said, you know what, I'm going to put a Green Chef meal together, and we had a lot of these popping in and out of the week. Green Chef is always so kind to hook you guys up with the best offers. Use my code Miranda60 to get 60% off plus free shipping. Go to greenchef.com for more details. That's Miranda60 to get 60% off plus free shipping. A huge thank you to Green Chef for always keeping my husband so well fed. I think a lot of times it's really hard to feed our husbands who are not plant-based, but Green Chef always nails it. And this meal satisfied him so much. And I feel like the rest of the week having Green Chef on hand, it just makes my life really simple. It's like a low energy process. All I have to do is take the bag out of the refrigerator and make it. No energy in meal planning or meal prepping or running to the store because everything's delivered to me. I have one recipe left for you, and I always save the best for last. Get your recycled glass containers ready. I actually was laughing at myself when I was editing this because I realized that after I threw these containers that were not recycled, by the way, I purchased these specifically for overnight oats just for something fun, and I realized that I stuck them in the dishwasher and one of the stickers, like the price tags, is still on it. It's now since been removed. After I edited, I realized it was there. This is why I need to wear my glasses all the time, but I always take them off when I film because I always feel like they have a reflection. Always wear your glasses, friends. This is another meal I feel like you can make so many different ways, but overnight oats always hit. They always, for me, I make them weeks and weeks and weeks at a time, and then I'll take a break from them, and then I'll go back to them and be like, why did I stop making them? Another really nice thing about overnight oats is because they come in their own ready-to-go container, and you can make that container anything you want. You can make it glass, you can make it plastic, you can make it tossable if you want to. I don't know. Do whatever you want. But so easy, so simple. I do a half a cup of oats, 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, and 1 cup of nut milk. That is always my base. And then I add whatever I have on hand. On this day, I had pecans, I had some craisins, and I was like, you know what? I also have some carrots I want to use up, baby carrots. I'm going to throw those in the food processor and make a carrot cake oatmeal. I should have added additional seasonings, but I didn't. And I can add those later on in the morning. But just having like a little bit of crunch with the nice soaked overnight oats, so delicious. I love these after a morning workout. And I'm actually doing something really different this month with my workouts, and I'm filming every single day. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss that. You're going to want to see it. It's going to take no effort from you guys if you want to do the same quote unquote challenge for 30 days. And I think it's actually really fun, and it's been fun so far. So like I said, I just put some carrots in my food processor. I love this Greco food processor. I use it basically every single video. It's awesome. It's cordless. And put these little overnight oats together. And laughing at myself because of the tag that was on the container that I talked about earlier. Guys, this is real life, okay? I am not some, crazy foodie blogger. I'm just someone who lives my life, who's making my meals, who's sharing them with you guys in hopes to inspire or motivate or encourage you to maybe eat a plant-based meal, or maybe you got food fatigue or you don't know what to make this week. Maybe this will help you out. Maybe you're looking for a simple, budget-friendly recipe. I got you. I have a ton of playlists down below, so make sure you check those out after this recipe video, and I hope you try these recipes out today. Thanks so much as always for watching today's video. I hope you really liked it. Like I said, it helps me out so much if you could give this video a huge thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you soon in another video. Bye-bye.